4-5, no break. First set, best of 3 sets. No tie break in the third set, if there is one. And there might well be.
15 love.
Notice Washington doesn't cope too well with a very deep drive to his backhand side. The two-handed backhand, not the easier shot to play. Tell that to Agassi, he plays it well. Or did.
Good signal, 40 love. Henman.
Well, he's serving well now. He's got a good rhythm on that serve. Only 1 point conceded by Henman in his last 2 service games. Now this is about where a player might begin to feel a little bit of pressure building up. 5-all, no break. Edging towards a tie break, possibly.
No concern. Love 15.
Very effective return of serve this from the right court. Shot that Peter Fleming in our studio used to play in doubles with McEnroe often.
That looked a bit suspicious. It's not often that Washington, even with a glance, questions a call. But typical of Henman, that having had a couple of poor points when he didn't really go for his shots, he doesn't emotionally fall apart. He attacks the next one.
We have 2 rising, 40-30. Washington.
6-5. Washington leads. First set.
Washington scores. That's 6-5.
Yes, every time I look at Washington and look through his year, and of course you look at Wimbledon, but I think there's one thing I always want to say. Listen, this is a man who, when other more distinguished American players chose for, from their point of view, good reasons, but reasons I personally regret when I see them, he chose not to play Davis Cup this year, even though the Americans were the holders. Washington volunteered to play, along with Todd Martin, against the Czechs in Prague, and they lost 3-2. In fact, Washington lost the 5th rubber to Korda.
Yeah, he's a loyal player, and you would expect it of him if you knew him. Yes, I do think it's a pity. I think if there's one thing that a player should do for his country, McEnroe used to, wonderfully loyal to his country in the Davis Cup, it is to represent the country which has brought you up and helped you to become the tennis player you are. And I find it very sad that the leading Americans can not adopt that attitude. Particularly in Sampras's case, where the captain is Tom Gullickson, brother to Tim, of course.
15 love.
Washington's not reading Henman's serve well.
Try signal, pressure lock. Good signal, 40 lock.
Very, very good serving. It's not severe and explosive, but the placement and the speed. That's what's counting. And a love game there. Washington picking up just morsels of Henman's serve. That surprises me.
Tie-break.
Well, I've never seen a better set of serving by Tim Henman. Not ever. Haven't seen all his matches, of course, but you would have to motor to improve on that serving. It's just wonderful.
1-0, 1-0, Washington. By 1-1. By 2-1, Henman.
People of Munich, it seems to be, have an extraordinary egoism. They spend nearly all their time looking up at the monitor in the ceiling just to see that whether they're on television or not. They should watch the tennis. It's good. It's going to be up.
Well, I was wondering when Henman was going to move in and put pressure on Washington, and he chose a rather difficult moment. He had to produce an excellent volley off his toes, but it worked.
It's a handsome lead for Henman, 4-1. Washington a bit uncertain at the moment.
It's by 4-2, Henman.
Seems such a long way, 4-1, and indeed it is 2 break points in Henman's case, but he's immediately squandered 1, and the serving in the tie-break has not had the quality of the games up to the tie-break.
David Felgate up there, his coach, Henman's coach, full time now. Well, he moves in quite beautifully on that. Saw the early ball, saw the chance, didn't hesitate. No wobbles in the wrist or the elbow.
5-2, henman.
No, I thought it was a bit risky, though, because he didn't hit the best ever shot, and Washington very definitely had a chance to pass.
Home drive. 5-3, henman.
Set points for Henman. Got another shot of David Felgate. He was also manager for the LTA of their top men players, and combined that with the job of coaching Henman, but sooner or later it was going to become a full-time job for him. So here's a string of set points for Henman. 6-3, first set. Out, and that's the first set. And his serving, I would say, was the key to it in the end. That's what made the breakthrough towards the end of the first set, leading into the tie-break. I agree with Bill Threlfall. He served as well, if not better than I've ever seen him, with just one blemish. There was one double fault.
Lerner, like his golf, he took up the game and immediately became too good.
Second set.
15 on. Signal, 30 love. Signal, 40 love.
Hey, now we're getting up in the... that is very nearly 133 miles an hour.
Well, that's excellent for a player who a year ago in Britain, some very wise judges indeed said lacked weight of shot. Love game, one love. He'll have to play on clay. Now, I don't think he's going to learn that quickly.
Well, I do, and my proviso would be that he gets strong enough to sustain very long rallies against the likes of Correccia and Mantilla and all these Spaniards and Italians and French who just love clay and rallies lasting 50 shots. If he can do that, he's certainly got the equipment. It's a question of if he has the stamina, I would think.
Changes of pace can take Washington by surprise. I think that was the case in point. Because he likes to play at the same regular pattern the whole time.
Notice Washington doesn't cope too well with a very deep drive to his backhand side. The two-handed backhand, not the easier shot to play. Tell that to Agassi, he plays it well. or did.
Last two service games. Now this is about where a player might begin to feel a little bit of pressure building up. 5-all, no break. Edging towards a tie break possibly.
Cricket signal, 40 love. Spiel, henman.
Well, he's serving well now. He's got a good rhythm on that serve. Only 1 point conceded by henman. Might as well.
15 love. Try signal.
Four, 5, no break. First set, best of 3 sets. No tie break in the third set, if there is one. And there might well be.
Und say no.